I accidentally discovered that I can simplify an image using ChatGPT. The way I discovered it was I started to believe that I could upload an image and ask for part of the outfit to be recolored from one color to another. And at first, it looked like it worked really well. But then I realized that it was changing features of the outfit. And one time it was really obvious because it really oversimplified the original image. And then this got to me thinking, I've got images which I would like to be simpler. They'll be easier to colour in if they're simpler. So I made a prompt based on what I experienced when I tried to make an image simpler. And what happens with ChatGPT is I've just uploaded this one image. So it's image number one. So over here with the first image that I uploaded, can you make me a slightly simplified version of the original image? Fewer ornate details. Please do not change the dimensions or basic design of the original image. And could you make the head invisible, please? Now, this bit about please do not change things, I'm not sure it really listens to that. But anyway, I've had good results by doing this. So I'll submit this and it will get to work on this image. I'll show you the image that I'm starting off with. As you can see, it's a really nice image, but it's got a lot of detail. And so if I'm trying to visualize that spaceman, um, it's more effort than if it was a simpler, more cartoon-like image. I don't have a subscription to ChatGPT, so I only get a few goes each day at doing this. In my experience, it doesn't take very long, but yeah, you have to hang around for a bit waiting for it to produce an output. Might as well just wait, really. You could fast forward the video to near the end if you like. I just don't feel like using my video editor today. Mm. So not very long afterwards, this is what it produced. So let's go back to the complicated one. Loads of tubes and detail, loads of crinkly lines to the clothing. Two flags, but look a bit like US flags. And something reflected in the visor. And let's go look at the simplified one. No shape reflected in the visor. Still has some crinkle, but not as obviously as before. And not loads of tubes over here, just quite simple now. I think it's a good technique for what I'm doing because what I'll move on to do is use an image editor to make this transparent, and then I can use software that has layers to put any color I like behind the image so that the outfit can become any color that I want it to. I'll probably use Microsoft Access to do this because it gives me loads of control over choice of color. It's really good software, really underestimated in my opinion. I've got very limited skills with Photoshop, but I like using paint.net because it's relatively easy. I can use this magic wand type icon and click within the image, and it's highlighting all the bits that if I press the delete button on my keyboard, it would like to delete for me. It's going to be problematic. So I'm going to reduce the tolerance here to limit how much gets selected for deletion. And when I'm relatively happy, I can do it. Now, the problem here is the white on the outside of the outfit is being deleted as well. So to try and make life easier for me, I'm going to go into Photoshop, open the image in here, and click Select Subject. And copy it to clipboard and select everything and delete. So everything's now this weird blue color. Paste that character back in, and then I'll export it so that I can work with it in paint.net. So back in paint.net, I can close down what I started with and open up this person. And then try using the magic wand again. And this time, because there's blue on the outside, it's got more chance of selecting just the astronaut. And maybe that's too strong a deletion, so I can take the tolerance down a bit and just do it bit by bit. I've got the time, so there's no need to rush it. Maybe reduce the tolerance on that bit because it lost that kind of power back area. I had a go at trying to do this earlier in Photoshop, and my skill set just isn't good enough to do it. But Photoshop does give me a head start on what I can then do in paint.net. Do I want it that simplified, or do I want the crinkle pattern still there? So I'm going to reduce the tolerance and do something similar again. But because the tolerance was reduced, there's more chance of some of the crinkle pattern staying in it. And I think I'll leave this white power pack there for contrast. Now that I've done all of that, I'm going to select the white color and fill this background back to white. Okay, so that's a hollowed out image. And then if I copy it to clipboard, I can just make a new area of the same width and height, and I can use a color like this blue here, and then I can do Control Shift and N to create a layer on top, paste in the astronaut, who remember is transparent because I was using that selection and delete to get rid of features. So now instead of being white, he's got the blue of the layer that's behind it. I can then go to layers, merge layer down. So now when I go to save it, instead of it being a sort of a project collection of 2 layers, it's just a regular PNG file. And I could work on this and improve it if I was that sort of a person, but I'm not. So instead, I'll just very simply go to where there was white lingering, make it less obvious. And you can probably guess what I'm going to do once this blue has been applied. I will go back to that wand, select the blue, delete. And I think that's going to make for a better transparency layer to use the next time I combine a background color with a foreground color. I'm not sure I want the US on it, and there's a bit missing here. So I'll copy and paste that feature. And yeah, don't see why I need to visualize that flag. It's going to be hard work mentally to put in that detail. So we'll go to a blur effect. So it's just a bit less prominent.